If I knew what to do, I would be doing it. Nothing feels right. Nothing resonates. Does this sound familiar to you? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 6 ways on how to deal with your analysis paralysis. Sit tight. So sometimes in life we hit a snag. And what I mean by this is it's this phase or this period of our lives where we're really trying to figure out where to go next. We either have too many choices or it's just like nothing is resonating with us. Nothing is interesting to us. And maybe we're on a spiritual path, maybe we're looking for our career path, life path, purpose, all these kind of things. We're trying to listen to our intuition, trying to find guidance, and we're at this point where it's like nothing is happening and we can't move because we're really trying to stay true to who we are and feel aligned. And we feel like we can't push ourselves to go in a direction that is totally not us. But it's like, why is nothing resonating with me? Why am I not interested in anything? Do I need help? Do I need, what's going on here? So this is a phase in your life. This is a snag, I like to call it, analysis paralysis, where we feel like we can't move. So we're going to talk about that today. I'm going to give you 6 ways to deal with it or put it into perspective for you. Number 1 is to sit this one out. It may feel like the world is moving without you, but I guarantee that it's not. You're still moving with the world, okay? Sometimes this is a period of time where you need to sit it out for a good reason. Maybe you've been pushing too hard. Maybe you're coming at it just from an ego standpoint and not your heart. And it's like the universe is saying, hey, I need you to sit this out. I need you to be patient for a while. This is your lesson right now to be extended beyond this point of comfort for yourself, where you can't just like push through things anymore. So maybe it's a test that you need to reflect a little bit more and you need to sit it out. Number 2, never go by other people's timelines. Often, this is what happens. We feel pressured to do something, to stay busy, because we're not living by our own timeline. And really, that is the most important thing you do. You can't live by other people's timetables for you. I mean, you can, but it's probably not going to feel comfortable if you're really trying to get to this point where you're truly in line and authentic to yourself. You have to go by your own timeline in life and not let other people push you on their timeline. So just to put it into perspective, a lot of times when we feel this pressure, when we're at this snag in the road, it's not because of us, it's because other people we feel pressured from other people. And sometimes that pressure is rooted in kind of unrealistic, it's not rooted in reality sometimes because we think like we need to get going, that these other people are watching us and waiting for our next move, and sometimes that's just not the case. Number 3, go somewhere new, try something new. Sometimes it's just our brain and our bodies need a little reset because we've been in a routine, we've been pushing, we've been kind of going about our day-to-day just in our brain. So sometimes we need to take a break, not only sit it out, reflect a little, but do something new to kind of shock our system, shock our energy in our body. This could be anything, really. Could be anything. It's driving a different, route. Somewhere you go visiting, somewhere in nature you've never been before. Go try something you've never done before. Go visit a shop you've never been to. Just anything that's new for you that maybe you've never done before. Talking to people you've never talked to before, and see what happens. Sometimes this gives our brains and our bodies this little reset that we need. Number 4, when in doubt, write it out. Journaling is one of the best things you can do. I know first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I write whatever comes to mind. Sometimes it's a good way to get those subconscious thoughts out, all the stuff that's stuck in here, all the stuff the inner critic is, messing with us. It's good to write it out because sometimes we get really, really insightful advice, guidance from either a higher self or whatever it is. But sometimes just putting it on paper is really helpful just to get the thoughts out, because sometimes our brains are just cluttered with stuff, and when we're in like this snag in the road, there's so much gunk and junk that's stuck in our brain, and a lot of it isn't even our own. It's from something out there, right? Society, parents, friends, co-workers, whatever it is, gets stuck, gets lodged. I just did a video on this and on the inner critic and how it gets like lodged. It's often not our own voice. So writing it out, putting it on paper can often be very therapeutic in just moving things once again. Number 5, this is a good one, putting it into perspective. So think about other times in your life that you've hit a snag in the road where you felt stuck. Well, guess what? You have managed throughout all these years. So what you're going through right now will not be forever. So sometimes it's shifting your perspective on the matter, looking at it from a higher bird's eye view, saying, okay, this is a period in my life. I don't want to feel stuck. I don't want to feel like I don't know which direction to go. Like I want to have it all figured out by now. I want the clarity. But think about it. You have managed up until this point, however old you are, you have managed. Things have eventually moved. You haven't been stagnant for your whole life. Otherwise, you probably would not be here. It's just impossible because nature around us and everything is constantly in a state of change. So even though you don't see it, sometimes this is the change that you need, right? An internal change, an internal shift, transformation. So, put it into perspective for yourself. That's all I'm saying. Number 6, shift your vibration, your inner dialogue, your self-talk. Have you ever noticed that once you stop really trying and forcing and attaching and holding on to something, an opportunity comes out of nowhere? It's kind of like finding that lost sock. When you're looking for it, right? You just did laundry, you have one sock. Where's the other sock? Where did it go? You're looking for it, you're looking under the bed, you're looking in all the drawers, you're looking in pant legs, and you can't find it, right? A sock or whatever goes missing. But it's not until you forget about it for a while, you stop thinking about it on a conscious level, where suddenly, there it is. Wow, how did that work, right? So it's kind of like people are manifesting things in their lives when they're needy and they're attaching and they're coming at it from a place of lack, like I need this, I don't have this yet. Nothing will show up, right? Because we're like a magnet. It's a magnet to what we're attracting in our lives. So when you kind of you want it, you want things to move, but if you kind of detach from it, sometimes things pop up. And have you ever noticed that when one door closes in your life, often pretty quickly another one opens, not very far after? So I'm just saying. So these are just some ways to deal with the analysis paralysis. You're going to see a lot of people give you step-by-step instructions on what to do and really try to, push your way through. But I want you to look at it from a different perspective. Okay? This is what I'm about, looking at things from a different perspective, thinking about it differently in your life. Because where you are now is not where you're going to be forever. And sometimes we attach to the idea, ooh, I don't like this, this is uncomfortable, I need to have it figured out right now. Well, you know why you're doing that? Probably because you're comparing yourself to other people, or you're feeling pressure from somewhere on the external. You're not living by your own timetable, your own truth. Maybe you have attached to it from a more ego standpoint, right? So sometimes we need the break to recalibrate, to go through this period or this phase of nothingness, of not knowing. It's the only way for us to grow and for us to learn. It's the only way for us to learn is to feel uncomfortable sometimes and not have all the answers. We can try, but again, it's like looking for that lost sock sometimes. We're really pushing, we're trying, and by that we're kind of pushing things farther away because we're not open anymore. When you're really frustrated and you're really pushing for something that cannot be pushed yet, maybe it's divine timing, I don't know. If you're really pushing, you're trying to force something that should not be forced yet in your life, you often drive it away. Okay, you drive it away because you constrict the energy. You close it up, you close up your heart, close up your mind, rather than being open and accepting to it. Okay, you can also look at it from a vibrational standpoint, right? When you're frustrated, you're in a lower vibrational standpoint, then you have less of a chance of attracting new and exciting opportunities into your life. All I'm saying. So I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe. I put out new videos every single week for you on all kinds of cool topics. On that note, I will see you on the next video. Peace.